Hi everyone, it's Joel here again, and today we're using Illustrator to create a logo, and not just any logo. What I've given the kids the chance to do is to create a logo for a made-up game, a game on the iPhone or the iPad, and to not just create a logo, but to create what we call a splash screen. So it's that picture that comes up when you launch an app for the first time. It usually has the logo and some information about the app developers and things like that. But just basically the logo. So I'm not talking about the little icon that you tap on when you get onto the iPhone. I'm talking about the splash screen, the big logo. So that's what I wanted them to do. So a bit of background, we had done the robot previously, so the students had some experience in drawing with shapes, and I gave them a list this week about dreaming up their game. And I said, it doesn't really matter what the game is about, but give me an idea of what it is, how much it costs, one sentence, what the game is, what your company name is going to be called, and then just some sketches of what your logo is going to look like. And I was very particular about saying, don't do anything too complicated. Remember last week when we were drawing with shapes? I want you to think of a logo that involves shapes in some way, that's easy to do, that's easy to replicate in Illustrator based on what you already know. And of course, including with that some text as well. So that's the idea. So they went ahead and started drawing some ideas up and things like that, and I would have to approve it as I saw each one. If I thought it was too complicated, I might send them back and say, look, I think you need to have another look at this. And so the one I gave them as an example was what you see on the screen here. This is what I call Sunburst. And I deliberately chose this because really what I did was I sort of thought in my head, okay, well, how do I create a logo that's easy? And what do I know how to do? And I was thinking, okay, well, I know how to do a sun. So then sun, game's called Sunburst. I guess it's about you got to get to a rocket ship before the sun explodes and the world is destroyed. There you go. That's my game. So what you see here are 4 different versions of the logo that I created. And that's what I wanted the kids to do. I wanted them to start off drawing the one logo, but then copy and paste it 3 more times and show me some different color ideas. So 4 different versions using different color themes, and then to ultimately tell me which is your favorite one, and I would save that, and then I would model that onto a 3D iPhone, which I'll show you a bit later. So to start off with, what the kids need to do is they need to go to File, they need to open up Illustrator, go to File, New, and make sure that they go to Basic RGB. That's what I wanted them to do, which is, it's about the right size. And I wanted them to choose 4 artboards. And I guess you explain this to kids as it's like 4 pages in a document. Okay, but really what it is if you can think of an easel that has like a pad of paper, it's 4 sheets of that. Okay, so 4 artboards really. Okay, so you press OK, and there we have it, 4 beautiful ones ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to choose my shape tool and go to the ellipse tool, and I'm going to draw a nice circle like this. There we go. And I want to fill it, so I want to fill it with yellow. So choose the fill button here, choose yellow, very nice. I want a half circle, so the way I did that is I used my direct selection tool, and I'm going to delete one of the anchor points, this one at the bottom here. So I'm just going to click on it there and press my delete key, and that deletes it. So it looks like a semicircle, but in fact what we need to do is we need to join these 2 anchor points together to complete the shape. And so just Control J or Option J will do that. There we go. Now I'll use my black arrow tool just to move it into the middle. That looks good. All right, so next step is to draw the rays, the lines. So I'm going to choose my shape tool, hold it down, and choose the rectangle tool. I'll do a little one like this. And I want to do 3, 6, I want to do 6 more. Now instead of doing edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, paste, edit, paste, edit, paste, I'll show you a quick shortcut, which is to use the black arrow tool and to click on the shape and then move it, but then hold down the Alt button at the same time. Then let both go. It's copied it straight away. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. I'll do another one over here. 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, So my middle one, I just want to get that into position, so it's the middle of the thing there. And so for this one, I want it to be angled, and I want it to be rotated by about 20 degrees to the left. So I'm going to go to Object and Transform Rotate and choose 20 degrees. And let's preview that to see what it looks like. That looks good. So I'll press OK. I'll just put it there, and I'll just get these out of the way. All right, so there's my 20 degrees. Let's do this one 40 degrees. So Object, Transform, Rotate. This time 40 degrees. Very nice. Put that here. Let's do this one. This one I'll do 60 degrees. So Object, Transform, Rotate, 60 degrees. There we go. So let's just make this look a little better. Let's put that there. Let's put this here. Let's put this here. And now this one I want to rotate also 20 degrees, same as this, but the other way. So I'm going to go to Object, Transform, Rotate, but instead of 20 degrees, I'm going to do minus 20 degrees. Okay. That gets me basically the mirror opposite of that. Okay. I'll just put that there. Let's just get all these out of the way. Okay, so there's my 20. Let's try and line it up so it's similar to the other one. There you go. Now this one, I want it to be minus 40 degrees. So Transform, Rotate, minus 40 degrees this time. Let's get that to the nice spot. Right about, I guess, well, there. Looks good. And this one, minus 60 degrees. So Object, Transform, Rotate, minus 60 degrees. And I'll put that over here so it matches up with that nicely. Beautiful. I could probably do, you know what, I'll do two more. I'll just do a quick click on that, Alt and drag it. This one, click, Alt and drag it. And that's already rotated 60 degrees, so I just need it 30 more. So this one's Object, Transform, Rotate, just 30 more will give me 60 plus 30, which is 90. And then this one needs to be minus 30. Hope you can follow what I'm doing, but minus 30, there we go. All right, so there's my sun. Let's just line it up there. Okay. It's okay. It's not perfect, but you know, for my purposes, it's fine. I want to select all of these and move them, so I'm just going to make a marquee. So black arrow tool, draw a box around everything, and then just move it down a little bit. There we go. And then I'm just going to write the word sunburst. So I'm going to use my type tool. I'm going to draw a box. So I want it about that big. I'm going to type in sunburst. I'm going to select that and I'm going to make it much, much bigger. So let's try 60. No, I want it bigger. Let's try 72. No, I still want it bigger. Let's keep on going up until it's the size that I want. I'm just going to keep on holding that down. That looks good to me. There we go. And I'll put it like that. There we go. Now I'm going to change the color. So I'm going to go to my type tool. I'm going to make sure that right now it's black. Let's make it, I don't know, this kind of green here. There we go. That looks good to me. And now I want a background, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to create a rectangle here over the whole image, and I say to the kids, this is the last thing that you do. Don't do this and then do some other artwork. And that's filled it with black. Now, first of all, black's not the color I want. Second of all, it's just put it in front of the whole thing. So first of all, let's change the color. So I want this to be orange. So I'm going to change that to orange like that. And now I'm going to use my black arrow tool, and I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to go to Arrange and then Send to Back. So now it's basically the background. And there we go. That's my logo. I'm not too thrilled with the black stroke now that I look at it. It doesn't look good. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key so I can select all these other objects, making very sure that I don't accidentally select the background. There we go. I've selected all those, and I'm going to go back to my shape tool, and I want this to have no stroke. There we go. Let's just use my black arrow tool, click away. Perfect. That's what I want. Now, I want to copy that 3 more times. So I'm just going to select the whole thing. And in this case, I will go edit copy, edit paste. Let's drag that into the next one. Oops, let's just nudge it with my arrow keys so it's perfectly on the artboard. And then edit paste again. Let's put that where it should go. About there. And edit paste again. There we go. Let's put this here. Let's just nudge it. Great. And from here, let's change it. Now I'm going to keep the sun yellow each one, but let's change this one. I'm just clicking on the background box. Right now it's orange. Let's make that one purple. Let's click that background box. So it's orange. Let's make that one green. Well, maybe not green. Blue. Let's click that background box. And this one can be, say, pink. Maybe a soft pink or something. Maybe something like, or a mauve actually would be good. And so that one is green for the writing. So this one I'm going to select. Let's make that one orange. Hang on. Make that one orange. Nice. Let's click on this one. And that's green. So I'm going to change that to red. Just trying some different things out. This one changed from green to, say, blue. All right. So there we go. Now I have 4 exactly the same, but with different color themes on each one. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, save it for the kids, and I'm going to map that onto a 3D model of an iPhone. Now I use the same process as I did with the InDesign tutorial, where I looked up an action that would create an iPhone that I could map an image onto. And what I came up with was this. And so here's an example of what some of the kids came up with. This one, a cross between Minecraft and SimCity. They called it Mind City. I really like this one. And as you can see, I mapped it onto this iPhone here. And this one is another one that one of my grade 4s did, Rocket Maker. I think it looks pretty good too, and shows the skills that I've been teaching them. So I'm pretty happy with that. So there you go. That's how you create a logo in Illustrator and sort of inspire your kids to think about a made-up game. A lot of them were very upset that they weren't going to learn how to program a real game. That's beyond my purview. But anyway, just to get them idea of design, something that sells the game, and drawing it in Illustrator. So there you go. Thank you very much for listening.